So can you guess what we're going to do today?
We're going to be putting that button into the LED light.
Yeah, so we're going to add the button into the circuit so that we can use the button, read the value from within Scratch, and then do something based on the value. You show the button to the camera. If you move back just a little, that's perfect. So press the button, press the button. So when the button is pressed, we'll read the value, the fact that the button was pressed. And when the button was pressed, from a hardware perspective, it's going to make an electrical circuit that connects two of the legs together. So when I make the press of the button, it's actually going to make a connection, electrical connection. The button's got 4 legs, but in reality, across the long length of the button, the pins are actually connected. So what we're really interested in is whether this pin and this pin is connected or that kind of thing. So we're going to add this to our circuit, and then we're going to program it in Scratch. So this is the hard bit for you to do.
Yeah.
Can you add the little button in and push it down just in the circuit? Make sure all the little pins go in the right place.
Like beside something?
Just at the end of the
Thing?
of the breadboard.
Yeah.
It's hard to get in.
Think about it.
Is that a little connector? Ah, that's beautiful, man. Push that all the way down now. Yeah. Oh, nicely solidly done. Okay, move out of the way and I'll zoom in on that, man. So, it's pushed right into the breadboard, and we have the connector. We've got the connections within the columns on this side. We've also got connections on that side if we want to use them, but we only really need to connect into one side. Okay, so what we're going to do is very similar to the LED light, man. It's saying we want one connector in, so we'll take our wee wires and we'll put one of the wires in.
And then it starts off with the LED light.
So we're going to put that in to one of the same kind of column as one of the connectors, and then we put that into one of the pins on the Raspberry Pi. So pick a number. It's along that side.
15.
Where's 15? Oh no, you're okay. I know. I was looking at the actual Vilros thing itself.
Then I'll go for 12.
12. Okay. So you put the yellow one into 12, and then the yellow one onto one of the connectors of the switch, and then we take a second little lead and we attach that into the other connector of the switch, and that has to go to
13.
No, it has to go to ground.
Oh.
So we connect. So we're connecting a actual pin into ground if the button is pressed. That is the secret. Okay.
I
So
don't move that one forward so it actually connects ground.
what, that one there? That's ground. That's ground there. Okay. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So should we hold this up for the camera? Let's bring the camera over to it. Okay, so this is the circuit. The black wires going from ground into one of the pins on the side of the button, and then the yellow wires going from the other pin on the side of the button to, which is to the number 12 on the side of the thing which I can't remember the name of again.
Breadboard.
Well, that thing there, T-junction thing. So the 2 pins on the side of the switch are connected to our 2 wires. Now we don't need to do anything on the other side of the switch because, as I was saying, it's only those 2 connectors that are important. These two connectors are exactly the same on this side, so we could have switched into this side instead. Okay, so I'll move the camera back again. Okay, so switch on the Raspberry Pi.
Exactly.
Over at the electrical.
And then we wait. Like ever. Not go to recovery mode. That's not good.
So if you could go into Scratch and open up the project we were working on last time,
What's it
Cool.
called again?
the Cool Cat project.
Programming, Scratch.
Yeah, maximize that.
Ah,
Nice. And then do a file open. Yeah,
I don't need to save it.
and then it's the Cool Cat config on project.
There we go.
Okay, so this was our circuit the last time it turned on the LED. So make sure it still works. Theo, I haven't connected anything in yet.
It's not
Make-
adding up.
Yeah, no, that's because I haven't actually.
Click the green
We
flag.
haven't added any code in Scratch to make sure to read the button or anything like that. So to do that now, but click the green. Yeah, so you click the green flag. We still have to read whether the button's pressed or not within this. Okay. So if we don't do that, then we're just back to where we were before. And where we were before was if you click the green one, the light turned on. If you click the other one, if you click the other one there, man, the broadcast
GPU
off, then it turns it off. So that's just the old circuit. That's the way the old circuit was. Okay, but we have to do something different this time. Okay.
Mhm.
So we're going to tell Scratch that we're going to read from an input device, the button. Okay. So if you could select Control and then bring out a broadcast and add it on to the end of the other green flags. And if in the drop down there you say new edit, and we just have to type in GPIO. And now, what was the number that you attached the button into?
Which bit?
The is it the yellow line, or is it in the ground?
The yellow line is not in the ground.
What's it number is it in?
28.
28? No, not the number in the actual breadboard, the number on the little T connector.
12.
12, okay. So GPI 12, and then it's input, so it's IN in. So that's all you need to do. So that tells the system we are going to read from it, and it wasn't GPIO, it was config. Sorry, that was my mistake. So replace GPIO there with config, because we're configuring this. We're not setting its value. So config. So config 12 in. So we're saying pin 12 is an input pin. We're going to be reading from it. So hit OK there. And as soon as we do that, Scratch suddenly knows that we have an input, and what it does is it creates a sensor saying that we have a sensor. So if you go into the sensing section, yeah, and drag out the sensor value thing, okay, and in the drop down there, hopefully you have a new thing in the little drop down beside the slider. Yeah.
And what do you want me to do?
What do you have in there that's different?
Slider light sound resistance.
Absolutely nothing that's different in there. Okay, so can you click there and actually run the green bit?
Okay.
Have you done that already?
No, I haven't. So the light.
So click on the wee drop down.
Okay, it's now on.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. That's going to be okay. So by doing that, we've now got a GPIO 12 in there. Okay, so we are going to sense that the button has been pressed or not. So it's a sensor.
So shall I press it?
So this little blue bit here is going to say, it says what the value of the button is at the minute. Okay, so if you click it,
yeah,
you see it says it's 1. Okay, so 1 means the button isn't pressed, which is a bit weird. But you see, it's only pressed when the button's actually in. Okay, so you press the button in, and while holding the button down, click on the blue bit. Nobody said this was going to be easy.
yeah. This is really hard.
Yay! So it's 0 whenever the button's actually in, and it's 1 whenever the button
It
hasn't been pressed. Oh,
It has, if it has been pressed, but if you're not quick enough.
if it has, yeah. So while the button is not being pressed, the value is 1. Okay. So click the blue thing again just to check that. Because we're not pressing the button at the minute.
1.
Okay. Hold down. 0. Okay, so we have to add a little loop that listens to the value, senses the value of the button, and does something based on it. Okay. So if you go back to the control section and just select a forever loop to say we want to do this forever, we don't want to do this.
Oh.
Yeah, just keep it away from the blue bit for the minute. So forever we want to check something, and so we want to do 2 things. We want to check if the button's pressed. If it's pressed we do something, if it's not pressed we do something else. So that's an if-else statement.
Wait, can I do this? Awesome.
Ooh, weird. So if you select forever, so if you bring in an if-else from your right hand side.
Where's if else? There it is.
Okay, put that within your forever. Okay,
Whoa.
so forever we want to do. If something is set, then do something else. Now you can't drag that in there because it's just a single value. So you're wanting to compare 2 values. And for that you need to press the operators section. So it's if something equals something else. So you need 2 green bits that says if something equals something else.
So,
Can you see it? What's it there?
this?
No, that's a less. So that's it there, yeah. So drag that and put that in the if. So, and then you can put the sensor value into one of those 2 sides, okay?
Does it matter which one?
No. And so if the sensor value equals
0.
0, then the button is actually currently pressed, okay?
So if I just go press a button here.
Yeah. Nothing's going to happen because we haven't got finished off the if
Okay.
statement. So fill into the right hand side of the little green bit, fill in the 0. So that we're going to say if the button is currently pressed,
A 0.
what are we going to do if the button's currently pressed? Why don't we manipulate the light?
Oh, I want to do something. Color effect by 25. Look.
Well, no, you haven't clicked the forever bit, so it's not running it now. So click the forever bit. Are you doing this to the cat? Oh, look, you are! So if the button is pressed, you're changing the color effect by 25. So let go of the button. Wow, it stops.
The little cat. Yay! It's a
I was going to do
cat.
something with the LED light, but that's way more exciting.
I just don't get that.
Do you not get?
I don't get that. Why? That's so much more epic compared to this.
The color, changing the color of the cat when the button's pressed, that's brilliant. Okay, so let's turn off the light. Well, the light's turned on at the minute, so if the button's pressed, we're going to turn off the light. So you see the way you've got your broadcast for turning off the light?
Yeah.
Why don't you add that into your if statement there as well?
After.
Yeah, after changing the color. So as soon as you did that, the light went off, but the light doesn't go back on again because you don't have anything in your else statement.
There we go.
Yeah, so press the button again and we'll see the light go off because Oh.
Oh, I haven't activated the forever.
Ah, it's yours. Glad you know what you're doing. Okay, good stuff. So the other thing you could do is you could drag the broadcast for turning the light on into the else statement. So drag, you see the one in the, yeah,
Yes.
the GPIO 21 on. Yeah, drag that into the else. Now you need to move that other broadcast into the green bit. You need to add that on to the end of the flag bit. Yeah. So now, so while you've got the button in, the light is turned off, and as soon as you let the button out again, the light goes back on. Very good. I think that's us deal for this. The good news is, where do I have this? The good news is for next time we've bought a set of sensors. So hold that up to the camera a wee bit, man. We've bought a pack of sensors, and these are sensors that do different things, not just switches.
Sensors and stuff.
Yeah, so next time we'll have a look at those and see what we can find out and see what we can measure and read and connect those into Scratch as well. Okay?